People in the hilly and mountainous regions of the country celebrated the Hindu festival of Holi with much fervor yesterday, and the Terai region is celebrating the festival of colors and water today. The age-old festival is also a celebration of togetherness and symbolizes equality and unity among diversity. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. The Terai region celebrating the festival of colors and water Holi today with much fanfare and fervor. Coalition equation, a topic of concern in the ruling coalition. Nepali Congress remains to state its stance. Maoist Center Chair Dahal says CPN-UML can be an alternative for pole partnership. United Nations says more than 700 civilians, including 52 children, have been killed in Ukraine since Russia invaded the country 3 weeks ago. And Barcelona storm into the quarterfinals of Europa League, defeating Galatasaray 2-1 on aggregate. West Ham also reached the last 8. The Terai region is celebrating the Holi festival today with much fanfare and fervor. The government has announced a public holiday in the region on the occasion of Holi, which in Mithila language is also called Fagua or Hori. On this day, people of all communities come together and celebrate togetherness by smearing colors on one another. Holi symbolizes equality and unity among diversity and represents the victory of good over evil. Meanwhile, considering the disappearing traditional Jogira song that is sung during Holi, a special Jogira festival has been organized in Janakpur. 9 different groups from Dhanusa, Mahottari and Sarlahi had participated in the event. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces regarding how they are celebrating Holi this year. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
विभिन्न थरीको कलरहरूले शुभकामना दिँदै
साथीभाइमा रमाइलो गरेर होली चाहिँ खेलिरहेका छौं।
रमाइलो डान्स यहाँ गरिरहेको हुन्छु, लोटपोट हाँसेर भइरहेको हुन्छु, एकदम मजा मनाउँछु होली।
कोभिड भन्दा अगाडि जसरी होली मनाइन्थ्यो यसपालिबाट चाहिँ बल्ल त्यो त्यसरी नै होली मनाउन थाल्यो।
Other parties in the ruling coalition have begun expressing doubts as the largest party of the Alliance Nepali Congress is yet to decide on the collaboration for the nearing election. At yesterday's meeting, CPN Maoist Center Chairperson Pushpa Kamal Dahal and CPN Unified Socialist Chair Madhav Kumar Nepal urged Prime Minister and Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba to state a clear opinion about the collaboration for the election. Dahal has hinted towards collaborating with opposition CPN-UML if Nepali Congress is against sustaining the partnership for the polls. The situation raises questions about if the election equation has weakened the ruling coalition. CPN Unified Socialist and Janata Samajwadi Party are also not certain about sustaining the alliance with Nepali Congress for the polls. In such a situation, Nepali Congress seems to be divided in regard to sustaining the collaboration for the election. The government has begun legwork for preparations of the budget for the upcoming fiscal year. The National Planning Commission has already forwarded directives and structures to all ministerial portfolios, while the Ministry of Finance has begun discussions for the budget. The Ministry of Finance has formed a 5-member committee to prepare the draft of the budget. The committee is to prepare a draft based on the principles and priorities set out by the appropriation bill. The Planning Commission has set a ceiling of 1.745 trillion rupees for the budget of the coming fiscal year. According to the Commission, each ministerial portfolio has also been set the maximum budget they can be allocated. The coming budget is to prioritize the revival of the economy severely hit by the coronavirus pandemic, increasing productivity and creation of employment opportunities. The progress of the national pride projects prioritized by the government has been dismal. Only 23% progress of such projects have so far been accomplished in the 8 months of the ongoing fiscal year. Questions have surfaced over the development administration as progress is yet to be made despite a conducive environment. Despite the aid amount under the American Grant Assistance Millennium Challenge Corporation MCC Nepal Compact yet to be received, the government has identified the program as a national pride project. However, only 1% progress of the project has been achieved so far in the ongoing fiscal year. This project, related to transmission lines and local and road network, will have to wait for a year to gain momentum. The Buri Gandaki project, which has made headlines for the past 10 years, is still stranded. Similarly, the progress of Melamchi drinking water project stands at 13%, Sikta irrigation project at 20%, Bheri Babai diversion 21%, while the Kathmandu Terai fast track and Chure conservation program have achieved only 23% each in the ongoing fiscal year. Other projects share a similar plight. The delay seen in these national pride projects is a consequence of lapses in political and administrative coordination, absence of adequate monitoring, and proper direction. It's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion. Here's the question. What do you term the need for the Minister of Labour to go abroad for seeking employment opportunities for the citizens? Your options are A, lack of employment opportunities at home, B, seeking options, and C, pretext for foreign visit. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And it's time now for the sports news. Nepal are facing hosts UAE today in the ICC World Cup League 2 Triangular Series. The match is scheduled to start at 11:15 a.m. Nepal time at the Dubai International Stadium. The two teams are facing each other for the second time in different format. UAE had defeated Nepal to qualify for the ICC T20 World Cup to be held in Australia later this year. UAE had thumped Papua New Guinea by 7 wickets in their first match of the Triangular Series. Meanwhile, Nepal had also defeated Papua New Guinea in their first match of the series, but by only 2 wickets. Nepal and UAE have met each other in international cricket on 4 occasions. UAE had defeated Nepal by 78 runs in the Asia Cup qualifiers. In the one-day international series played between the teams in 2019, Nepal had defeated UAE 2-1. UAE are currently in the second spot of the points table with 8 wins, while Nepal are 6th with 5 wins. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.